Hello, so nice that you're here at Lola's Mindset Reset, your podcast for your soul and personal growth. My name is Loreen, aka Lola, and my vision is to have a positive impact on many people's lives and support you on your spiritual journey. And maybe you're new here, or perhaps you've already listened to a few episodes. Anyway, I'm here to ride along on your spiritual journey, drop some positive vibes, and help you to make your dreams happen. So thank you for spending time together, for hanging out together today. And I would say let's dive into one of the most common questions about wishes and dreams. So why the hell aren't they coming true? Even after all that manifesting that you did, and more importantly, how do you keep the faith and not lose hope in the process? So if you've ever manifested and you're somewhat familiar with the topic, we will talk about it in a moment. So welcome to this episode about why are your wishes not coming true and how to manifest successfully. So, each of us has wishes. Wonderful, beautiful, nice. And some may even have a grand vision. Fantastic, I love it. I always enjoy hearing about goals and wishes. But why is it that for many people their wishes just don't come true? It doesn't work, they pray, they wish it so hard, and it's not happening. Why? And it could be that the wish doesn't come from the right place. So you should first ask yourself, where does the wish come from and what is the intention behind it? From which energy does it come? Does the wish come? Does it come from a lack? So meaning you try to fill a void or eliminate a lack you feel? Or does the wish come from love and abundance? Take an honest look and ask yourself, why do I want this? Am I trying to prove something? Do I seek recognition and love? Do I want to belong or please someone else, belong to someone or to a community or something like that? Or do you think you need to show something off? Or do you believe that only if you achieve this wish, you can be happy? So some good questions. So why do you actually want this? Especially if the wish arises from a lack or from the intention to fill a void inside of you, then you're wishing for something that isn't there. So the energy comes from the lack, and something that isn't there cannot come to you, right? And then see if you can shift this energy so that your intention comes from love, from your heart, from joy, from abundance, rather than from lack. And you can do this by entering gratitude for everything that is already there, that is already present, because it's about living in here and now, in the moment. Because often we try to control things in our lives, many things, and we expect something to happen. We are wishing for it so much, and we are, as I said, we are praying to God, to the universe, we are wishing it so hard and so on. But fact is, sometimes we wish for things so much that we end up living only in that future wish, missing our current life because we are frustrated in the present, since what we wish for simply doesn't come true. And instead of being in the feeling of abundance and joy in the here and now, to experience and enjoy life, you're stuck in your future. You're stuck there. And to come back into the feeling of abundance, into living the moment, it is a decision you can take. It is a decision you can make in every moment, because I'm sure there are already so many wonderful things in your life that you can be grateful for if you allow them to be seen and focus on them. And you can fulfill wishes already today and enter into gratitude, even if, if your wishes that you can fulfill yourself today, they are smaller than the big wish. But it is about the journey, to enjoy the journey, okay? And this shifts you into a different vibration because you have changed your consciousness and focus. And you're not focusing on the lack anymore, but on the abundance that is already there. And then you can also change your intention and manifest more successfully. And of course, if the things you've been wishing for so long just don't happen, eventually you reach a point where you just lose trust. And, well, it's reasonable, but it is possible, it can be, because you're manifesting incorrectly or just wishing for things but not taking the necessary actions to make the wish come true. Your trust decreases more and more because you make your happiness dependent on whether things happen externally or not, instead of being grateful in the here and now, coming into abundance and creating this happiness inside of you and not seeking it externally. So try to disconnect your happiness from external circumstances and create this happiness and place of fulfillment within your heart. Okay? And make sure to check your intention. Why do you want something? Do you want something because you think something is missing from you right now? Or do you want something from your heart, from abundance, with the intention of doing something good, changing something for the positive, contributing something that inspires you, that comes from love and brings the highest benefits to all of us. And when you seek answers, look for them in silence. Go into meditation, become really quiet and still, and let go of all emotions and just observe your thoughts without judging them. And from there, ask yourself, why do I actually have this one wish? And give yourself honest answers. Through these answers, you gain access to what you still need to heal and where you might think you have to fulfill certain expectations or do things to be loved, for example. But you are always unconditionally loved, no matter how much you have externally. And try to bring that into your heart and let go of all the material stuff and shit and your performance pressure and whatever is there in the outside that you think you need to fulfill. And simply focus on building a deeper connection and trust with your heart. Try to get rid of your high castle wall around your heart piece by piece and coming into love for yourself and for everyone else. And that is a process, like everything on your beautiful life journey, right? And this process takes time. And eventually you will feel when you've truly arrived in your heart, because we all know the feeling of being really in our hearts, being connected to our intuition and making decisions from there, because those are usually the decisions that were right and just feel good afterwards. Okay? But it's not easy. Of course it's not easy. It is a matter of practice and unlearning all the fears and things in our minds that make us very rational instead of reconnecting with our intuition. Rational thinking is helpful, no question, and necessary in many situations, but not always. Not when it's about your life decisions. And when you start making decisions with your intuition, you'll see that miracles happen precisely then. But the most important thing you need to understand about your goals or your vision and ultimately your wishes is that the key to success is proper manifestation. And above all, understanding that a vision or happiness is not something you can find. It is something you create. And that's a huge difference. Having a vision for the future or a future dream is an active creative process where it's essential to align your actions in the present moment, here and now, with your vision or wish. Not just, wishing, dreaming, hoping, and praying, because without your actions, nothing will happen, no matter how much you wish for it. And even if you don't have your big life vision yet, it is important to always focus on the present moment, here and now, and live today as fulfilled as possible, because, as you know, every day is like a little life, and in the end, our life is the sum of each individual day. Okay? And we want to talk about proper manifestation, because that's what it's all about, especially when it comes to our wishes and visions for our future, as I said. And let's see what is manifesting and how does it work. So manifesting is a verb, so something you do, and manifesting is not the result. It is not the million in your account, or your dream partner, or your dream job you have in the end. Manifestation is a process, an embodiment of your creative power, and as I said, it's not about the result, it is a state of consciousness, it is something you are. And by the way, we manifest every day, constantly. We cannot not do it, right? It's not possible. Otherwise, we would not do anything, right? So you can manifest a lot of bullshit in your life with your negative, repetitive thoughts, or you can manifest beautiful experiences into your life through your daily thoughts. And 99.9% of people are on autopilot, thinking the same thoughts every day without really perceiving them actively. They think today what they thought yesterday and the day before and a year ago and so on. And you can see it because their life is the same. It stays the same. And usually, maybe you also know this kind of people, constantly constantly complaining but not changing anything. Okay. And as I said, 99.9% of people are on autopilot, thinking the same bullshit every day. They think today exactly the same what they thought yesterday. And when it comes to manifesting your dreams, it is about consciously stepping out of this autopilot and actively perceiving your thoughts. So what kind of thoughts are you thinking all day? What is like the endless loop, the endless cassette that is playing in your head over and over again? Because how can you create something new in your future if you keep thinking the same old thoughts? Thoughts are incredibly powerful because they are the basis for what you create. So manifesting is a conscious, creative state in which you go through your life. It is the conscious connection with your creative power and the conscious decision that you want to create. You want to be effective. You want to be self-effective. You want to make something work. You want to make something be created. You want to create something. You know what I mean? You want to take responsibility. This is what I mean. I want to take responsibility for the good and also the bad and difficult things in my life, because the difficult moments are the ones with the greatest growth potential. And it is a spiritual journey you're on, an active decision. And it's not a weekend retreat or a spa weekend. It's not, I'm doing this, I'm going on a weekend trip, I'm manifesting a bit, and I'm wishing a bit, and I'm praying a bit, and then it's gonna happen, and I just need to wait. It's a life task where you make the active decision every day to return into your intention and your energy. And it is sometimes difficult because our minds are programmed for survival. constantly seeing dangers or bad things to prevent us from doing anything dangerous, of course. But your heart is love, is pure love. And to make your dreams come true, you have to find your way back to love and resonate with your wishes from the heart. So long story short, manifesting means being consciously creative and declaring what you want consciously, to visualize it, to heal the blockades, and to reclaim your energy through daily practice, through daily pulling yourself out of the autopilot, and you create what you want to create. Okay? And there are some misunderstandings about manifestation that I would like to clear out with. So one of the misconceptions is that you always have to feel super good and be always happy. No one is always happy. Life is up and down. I'm not always happy. I don't know anyone that is always happy. And, we have all the feelings that are there in this world. I have all the feelings that are there in this world. And that's okay. Feelings are extremely important. And it is about to integrate them and not about not having negative feelings. It is about finding your way back to yourself, and all feelings, no matter what they are important for the manifestation process because they show you where you need to look, where you need to have a look, where you need to heal, and it helps you in the end to find out where you can work with difficult feelings. And it is necessary to manifest effectively because what you want to manifest can only come into your life when you let go of all the bullshit, all that extra weight on your shoulders in order to feel connected with yourself, connected within yourself. And it is especially about being grateful, and even for the really difficult moments, especially for the really difficult moments, being incredibly grateful and recognizing what they are for. So they are here, they came into your life to become the most powerful and best version of yourself. And it's about working with what is and looking at what wants to be shown and being grateful for this life. It took a whole universe for you to experience this moment right now. Just be grateful for this wonderful life and everything that was, everything that is now, and especially for what is coming. What if this is heaven? What if the best is waiting for you? What if there is nothing better than this life? And there is no other option. Well, you have the option to fuck it up if you want and attract bullshit, but the magic is that you can choose. Magic happens when you surrender to life, when you let things happen, and when you trust, and when you take the active decision to make the best out of it. Okay? So, next misconception is that you speak your wish to the universe, to God, to your ancestors. Good question. You know what I mean? And then it happens. You just have to imagine it and then it's there. But, okay, visualizing is an essential part of manifesting, but not the only one. Visualizing is like entering the address into your GPS. So it is like giving the direction. And you activate with visualization, you activate your reticular activation system, which is like a filter in your wonderful little brain that shows you the information in the outside, in the external world, that is relevant to you. And if you repeatedly visualize your wish, you prime your brain to what you want, and it will start filtering out the information that leads you to where you want to go. But the reason why it's not enough to just visualize is that you also have to take the necessary actions. Okay? Let's do an example. You have a car and you enter the address in your GPS. And for example, you want to find your dream partner, you want $1 million in your account, you want the house at the lake, whatever it is. But if you only visualize, it's like entering the address into your GPS, and then you lean back, you sit in the seat, and you are waiting and looking out the window. Oh, let's see when it's coming, you know. But you have to start the engine, you have to drive to get there and to cover the distance, right? So you have to do something. And on the way, so you don't know how or what can happen on the way, right? You don't know, you just don't know. And on your way, you might encounter traffic, or, you know, take a detour, or face a construction site, or maybe take a short break. So manifesting is the entire process while you're on the way, and it's about how you drive. Are you just complaining and, you know, honking or aggressive, or are you enjoying the ride, playing your favorite music, singing, dancing a little bit with your arms or whatever? And, you know, if you're stuck in the traffic, fuck hell, yes, cool, great, I have time for gratitude now. You know, it's about the way you think and about your energy on your way. And that's what it is about. And what energy are you on your way? On your way to your goal. And that's your job, your decision, how you want to be on the way. It's up to you. Yeah. Good. End of the experiment. And the next misunderstanding is that the law of attraction works by just imagining your wishes and dreams. As I said, yeah, you imagine your wish and you're attracting it into your life. The law of attraction always works, but not in the way most people think. You can't trick it. It is important to declare your wishes, yes, but it's not enough to just wish and not take action. The wish is on your conscious level, and 5 to maximum 10% of our decisions we take are consciously taken, and 90 to 95% are subconsciously taken. So imagine yourself as an iceberg, as Sigmund Freud described it. The tip of the iceberg, sticking out of the water, is your consciousness. And then you have a 5 times larger iceberg hidden underwater, which is your subconscious, where your feelings, your values, your beliefs, your conditioning are stored. So if you have a goal of wanting to earn a lot of money, for example, and you can make it, you know, you can imagine it consciously and have it in your head. Great, nice, yes, we want it. We want to earn a lot of money, cool. But unconsciously in your iceberg underwater, there are beliefs, negative limiting beliefs, that prevent you from taking active action. Nothing will happen. You won't take active action if earning a lot of money, for example, doesn't really feel safe for you. You won't be able to make the necessary decisions that ensure you earn a lot of money if you think money leads to problems, or money is the root of all evil, or money leads to separation. And now imagine if you make 90 to 95% of your decisions with the subconscious. What do you think will win? What do you think will manifest if your behavior is determined by your subconscious? When your nervous system does everything it can to prevent you from taking action, if anything just smells a little bit dangerous, because, you know, our nervous system wants to keep us safe. It wants to keep you in what it perceives as safe. And manifesting helps you to recognize what you want and then see what inside of you hinders you from achieving these things. And it's about healing and doing the work that aligns your inner self to go for your goals. So the law of attraction works, but on a subconscious level, by embodying what you want to achieve. Who are you when you achieved it? You embody, and you are love. You are the power. And you are without having to be something. Because you're no longer manifesting out of need, out of lack, but out of want and can. And if you're now wondering, how do I even identify negative beliefs that hinder me from reaching my goals? Look at your results in the external world. Look at what you've created in your life so far, what you've manifested. And with your results in the external world, you see what you believe about yourself. Okay, so manifesting means looking at who you are when you are there. Who are you when you have your dream partner? Who are you when you have $1 million in your account? Who are you when you have your house by the sea, at the lake? Whatever. What is the energy in which you are? What do you think about yourself? And it is about leading a conscious, intentional life and having a good intention that carries you on your way and helps you to take the right paths. Your intention is something important to you because it is something you want to contribute, something that creates a positive change in the world. So your intention is something that matters a lot to you and where you feel the urge to change it. Yeah, and yes, everything that I'm telling you, honestly, it's fucking exhausting. It's so exhausting to work on it every day, work on yourself every fucking day, work on your feelings every day, negotiate with your own demons, with your little and also huge demons inside your brain, inside yourself, and bring all the crying children in your head to the table and be loving to yourself. But staying in your victim role and fighting and suffering with life is 1,000,000 times more exhausting. Trust me. And if you felt it, you know what I mean. It is fucking exhausting. Because there is no end, no light in the end of the tunnel. That's why it's worth it to go through it and to change it for good. And just because everyone does it, so in this case, just because everyone stays in the victim position and suffering or fighting with life, it doesn't mean that it's right. And they do it because they never learned how to leave the situation, how to improve their life, how to improve their mindset. Okay? And maybe they have no idea about what spirituality actually is. Because if they hear, the problem is that spirituality as a word makes people think that, we are all hippies and we are just talking about strange energies and esoteric things. But you get the point. It is about everything that belongs to your soul. And it is about, especially here in my podcast, it is about your mindset and how to build yourself the life you love. You love to live. You're full of life. You love to live it. You love what you're doing. And that's my goal, right? And that's your goal if you're listening to this podcast. Okay, so those were the misconceptions or mistakes you can make when manifesting. And now I would like to introduce you to the steps for effective manifesting, or let's call them pillars of manifesting, okay? So let's start with the declaration. You declare what you want to create. And this is your intention, which you formulate for yourself. And you can think of everything that comes to your mind. You know, there are no restrictions. You can think of it like the constitution of a state. What stands in your constitution of your own state? You create your own constitution. What do you declare for your life? With the intention, you essentially set the energetic framework for the future. And what you imagine is your decision, as I said, and it can be the most naive, powerful, craziest version of yourself, and it can be things that no one else believes in. You know, the goal is to step out of your survival mode and get into your creator mode. You ask yourself, what can arise through me? You can imagine the boldest, the biggest, the craziest things that are imaginable. You know, dare to set big goals, open up space, and allow yourself to be vulnerable. What can emerge through you? What relationships, programs, projects, school subjects, or anything else can come into existence through you? And yes, it is not risk-free. Yeah, there is always the risk of failure, but if you don't embark on the journey, the probability of failure is 100%. You fail at yourself, at your ego that doesn't want to look foolish. And the fear of looking foolish is absolutely nonsense, by the way. This is also the reason why so many people struggle a lot with their relationships, because they don't want to appear foolish in the relationship, as they don't want to show up vulnerable. And you know, in my own relationship, I've learned that there is nothing more powerful than truly showing up vulnerable, being real, authentic, sharing the deepest fears, and you know, finding exactly there a connection within that. And yeah, give your partner and vice versa the opportunity to understand on a deeper level your fears, to support you, to really be able to support you, because he or she knows what's going on, okay? And grow together. Anyway, it's not about relationships now, but the message here is that our greatest light lies within your greatest fears. The truth is always behind it. Behind it is always who we can actually be, okay? And then the thing is, when you dream of big things, it will demand something from you. Namely, in the same energetic proportions, your transformation. It requires you to become what you want to create, so to grow. Your dream will demand from you in the same proportion your transformation. And it's the same for me. To help people find themselves and dissolve negative beliefs, for example, I had to first find myself and work with my negative beliefs. I had to start healing what held me back. And I am still on the journey, right? Likely to be on this journey until the end of my life. Because it's a journey, a process that we should enjoy and celebrate, because it's not only challenging, but also exciting and beautiful. As I said, it's a lifelong task, so it's nice. Enjoy it. So, a clear declaration of what you want to create and set the energetic framework for your future. Have the courage to declare exactly what you want and to believe in things that no one else believes in. What are you proclaiming to the universe? All right? All right. Next step. Okay. First step, declaration. Next step, visualization. Maybe you remember how I mentioned earlier that most people think the same thoughts every day on autopilot, right? So when manifesting, it's about starting to see the energy of your future, what you want to create, as equally real and energetically charged within you as your past. So you see the energy of your future as equally real as the energy of your past. But you try to see it as the positive pole, completely full of joy, energy, clarity, transformation, and fulfilling moments. So your future is as real as your past is. Your past happened and you know it, but your future is already here. And that's the second pillar, visualization, vision. You become within yourself an architect of your future, creating such a clear image of your declaration that you can immerse yourself into it. For me, for example, when I close my eyes, I'm there within a second. I don't need to close my eyes, not even for a second. Not. I'm in my future. I see it and I can walk through it. I can see myself there, how happy and beautiful I am in my future, breathing the air, breathing the ocean. I can grab the energy and within seconds it's in my heart, you know? It's something I repeatedly see. A specific piece of land with a particular house in a specific location, and I see myself there, how I look, what I'm doing, running through a beautiful garden full of vegetables and fruit trees, and the sun is shining on my face. I'm taking deep breaths. I can smell the ocean. And everything is just being there. You know, I live in this vision. I can see it. And here's a crucial hint. The most important thing in the vision is that you see yourself in it. I don't just see a piece of land. I see myself in the house, in the garden, on the beach. That's the crucial part, okay? So if you want to manifest a partnership, don't just see the man or the woman. See yourself with them. If you want to manifest a certain amount of money, see yourself logging into your bank account on your computer and seeing numbers. You know what I mean? So the vision is the second crucial pillar, and it has to include yourself. And why is it like that? I explained it earlier. You activate the reticular activation system, and through visualization, you not only energetically shift into abundance and gratitude, but also in terms of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to change and to create new neurological pathways. Simply by thinking new thoughts. Isn't it completely crazy and wonderfully magical that your brain can do that? I'm freaking out. It's incredibly fascinating to me. So you can make your brain change. You can make your brain grow. You can create new connections, completely new connections with your synapses. It's crazy. So your reticular activation system, the system in your head that filters information, is like a small database, a small data center of the Secret Service. So your security service. And it always checks with which information can be passed on and which cannot. So where do we need to be cautious? And the same thing happens in your head. Yeah, your own Secret Service. And now the question is, how is it briefed? Is it briefed on the dangers of the past, or is your security service up there in your beautiful brain briefed on your amazing future? You know, always looking out for information relevant to this future. Ooh, wow, what is coming here? It's important, pass that information upstairs or into the heart. You know what I mean? So your Secret Service. You can brief your Secret Service for your future. It's briefed on your amazing future. And the clearer your vision is, the clearer your Secret Service up there in your brain sorts and filters the information. What is important for you and what's not. And that's why visualization is so crucially important. energetically, emotionally, but also purely for your brain's neuroplasticity. It makes me freak out. Okay. So, so beautiful. I love it. Okay. So what we've covered, the first pillar of manifestation, your declaration. We've covered the second pillar, your visualization or your vision. And now it comes to the third pillar. And this is where most people take the wrong turn in manifesting and why it doesn't work for so many peeps. The third pillar is healing. And this involves looking down into your vast iceberg, exploring what is stored there, causing your nervous system to go crazy when it comes to making your manifestation a reality. It leads to your subconscious doing a great job ensuring that it doesn't happen to you and you remain in dysfunctional patterns that feel safe because, hey, you've survived with them so far. And the chances of survival with the familiar are much greater than trying something completely new, like being in a happy relationship or achieving financial success. And that's roughly how your nervous system thinks. It's essential to, delve into the declaration, to have visions, and then examine what within you opposes this manifestation. Who are you when your manifestation has become a reality? What have you let go of and what beliefs have you healed about yourself? And I had numerous negative beliefs, convictions, and many fears about relationships or men, especially in my case. And so if you've listened to my episode about why we keep choosing the same partners over and over again, a little bit. And it has cost me a lot of time and effort to transform and work on these issues. Even now, some still resurface occasionally, and I have to engage in metacognition, observing, coming into consciousness, examining, acknowledging, and asking if that belief truly belongs to me. And this is part of the healing process. Yeah. As I mentioned, it's a journey, but that's the beauty of manifestation. It's a gift because in the end, manifesting gives you yourself. Okay, so check on your negative beliefs that hinder you subconsciously from achieving your dreams, your goals. Okay, now, fourth pillar. The fourth pillar is about your energy. It's about understanding that your most valuable currency in the manifestation process is energy. Manifesting means translating something intangible, like a thought or an idea, such as the money you want in your account or the relationship you desire, into something tangible. To embark on this process, to undergo transformation, you need energy. Yeah, in order to embark on this process and to do the necessary transformation work, you need energy. And it's obvious that you must consciously perceive where your energy is flowing and to check on where you have a huge leak, energy leaking. If you're losing energy somewhere, like having an energy drain, it could be for example, due to activities such as spending too much time on social media, consuming negative news. News are, careful. Of course, being informed is essential, but 90% of news tends to be so negative that it drains your energy. And it could be as well like conversations with negative people or things you consume, including food, media content, and especially who you spend time with, the company you keep. So the key is to become very clear about your energy and be aware of where you're directing it. Where is your focus? Is your focus on what's lacking, or are you directing it towards what is present, what is already here? Where is your focus? Are you concentrating on what isn't working, or are you focusing on what is going well? Because where your focus goes, where your focus is, there your energy flows. And where your energy flows, more of that is created in your life. That's a law. You determine where your energy flows through your focus. And the more conscious you become, the more mindful you are, and the more consciously creative you can be. Yeah. And last but not least, the fifth pillar. The fifth pillar is action. It means consciously taking action in harmony with your manifestation. And that doesn't just mean if you want to create a painting, you should paint. Yeah, obviously, of course, you have to paint your picture, but importantly, it means consciously engaging in creative actions in the sense of consciously helping your heart get space, consciously going into gratitude in your meditation, consciously learning to become mindful, noticing the autopilot, interrupting it, and returning to yourself. So the fifth pillar could be described as well as your daily spiritual manifestation routine, where you repeatedly enter and immerse yourself in the state of creative power. Yeah. So it was a lot already. And if you're open to it, I would like to invite you to apply this in a short meditation. If you want, if you don't want, you can just switch it off right here and do it for yourself. But I would like to show you a bit how you can apply it. And yeah, just do a guided meditation together where we try to manifest. Yeah. And we'll integrate the steps of manifesting during the meditation. So if you're ready, please ensure you have around like 15 minutes of uninterrupted time and find a comfortable place to sit. And when you're ready, let's start. Close your eyes and breathe slowly and evenly. Inhale and exhale. Let your breath flow and focus on how air flows in through your nose and how the air flows out. Feel your body and your heart beating. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. Now allow yourself to gently and lovingly arrive in your own inner world, in your inner universe, at the place where everything begins, in the space of your own creation. Give yourself a loving smile. It's so beautiful that you're here. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for opening the door to the most fulfilling, healthiest, and happiest life you can create for yourself. With this, you have made the most important decision. Thank you. Now feel yourself in this space. Feel how secure and cherished you are in the room where you are right now, and how loved you are. Imagine all your ancestors standing behind you like a huge golden positive energy from the spiritual world. You are held, you are seen and loved. You're starting now in this moment to create a new energy, not just for yourself, but for your entire family and all the people connected to them. It always takes that one naive, crazy person who's crazy enough to say, I'm doing it differently. I allow myself to step into my light. And that moment is now. What is your declaration? What is your most powerful, bravest, craziest version? What is it that wants to be created through you? Let it rise within you like energy from a volcano that has been silent for millions of years, rising bit by bit. Your fire arises within you. Your life arises within you. Let it ascend. What is it? What wants to be created through you? What experience? Receive it here. And now formulate this declaration in a very clear sentence in the present. I am, or I have, or I embody. What follows? What is it? Now imagine this declaration as like a golden bridge on which you can walk now. You walk along this curved bridge following your declaration. It draws you from the future like a magnet. Your heart is drawn to it, stronger and stronger, and the more attracted you are, the happier and more fulfilled you become. You feel gratitude in the present moment, and suddenly you arrive on the other side of the bridge and find yourself in the moment when your declaration has become a reality. Look around in your vision. See how you live it. See yourself in your future. Perceive everything. Where are you? Inside or outside? Is it day or night? Is it bright or dark? Is it warm or cold? Look around. What do you look like? What clothes are you wearing? What energy frequency does your future, your vision have? Take this in deeply in your heart. Breathe it in. Aspirate it. It is there. It is already there. On another timeline, it already exists. It is a version of you doing exactly what you dream of. He or she is out there doing it right now in that moment. And now your future self discovers you, comes up to you and takes you in its arms, smiles at you and says, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for creating this future. Thank you for being crazy enough to believe that this is possible. I love you. And your future self takes you lovingly by the hand, finds a cozy place where you can sit together, and you are asking a question to your future self. And the question is, what was the one sentence you didn't hear as a child? The one thing you didn't hear? What was it that you had to heal so that this manifestation, this future could become a reality? What was the one sentence you needed as a child to believe in yourself? And allow your future self to now reveal what that sentence was. And then imagine your inner child at the exact age when it needed to hear that sentence is also present right now. Imagine your future self, you and your inner child sitting together in your future. And now you imagine yourself saying that sentence to your inner child. Say it as many times as you can until your inner child can feel it. Visualize your future self, your inner beautiful little child, and you all sitting together at this place of powerful manifestation in your future, united in abundance, trust, gratitude, in the beginning of this inner transformation. Feel that there is always love, that within you is this source, this never-ending source of love. Imagine your inner child and your future self now going back into their light frequency and entering your heart with this frequency of love. Imagine your fulfilled inner child and your future self finding a place in your heart, and that you can carry both of them with you always. Look around in this vision of your future once more. And as you look into this future and see this vision, what is the energy of this vision? How does it feel? Beautiful. Imagine consciously feeling the energy of this future within you. Take it to your heart, and maybe you feel like jumping up and screaming or running or dancing in this vision. Feel yourself here. Feel the love of your future. Feel what you are capable of creating when you believe in yourself again. With this deeply fulfilled heart, imagine yourself dancing back into your heart, into your body, into the space you are in right now. Very good. And now I want you to imagine that you can bring back all the energy you've ever lost in your life. Be it through conflicts or certain experiences or energy that has been taken away from you. Imagine how your heart becomes a huge and incredibly strong magnet that attracts all this lost energy back to you, into your heart. You can stretch your arms upward and imagine all this golden energy coming from the universe to you now, and you are receiving it back into your heart. Take it back. It is your life. Become full of life again. Who are you when you are completely filled with life? When life vibrates through you, who are you then? Feel yourself. Feel how powerful you are, how creative you are. What is your declaration? Stretch your arms up again and bring back all the energy you have ever left somewhere, that you have given to others because you thought you had to give it to them. All the energy you have ever lost that has stuck somewhere. And then bring your hands to your heart and bring it into your heart, into your system, all the energy. And feel how your electromagnetic field from your heart can expand again. See how golden light surrounds you, and this powerful energy is now available to you again. It is so beautiful that you exist. You are so important. You determine your worth. Only you. You ensure that you return completely to your light, because you have the power to create. You deserve all the love in this world. Allow it to yourself. Allow your entire nervous system to relax deeply here and simply receive this energy like a golden stream directly into your heart. And then in this deep connection with yourself, take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for this sacred moment in which you return to yourself. Gratitude for everything that was, and above all, gratitude for everything that's coming. Consciously give yourself a smile again here. Come back. Open your eyes. Move your body from left to right. Do everything that you need to do right now to process your emotions, to process the energy flowing through your body. Welcome back. So, my dear peeps, my dear people, I've talked a lot today. It was so nice. I hope you could take something away for yourself and now know a bit better how to manifest effectively. And I hope you enjoyed it, and most importantly that the meditation helped you and you practiced a bit to dive into your vision. Yeah, thank you so much for spending so much time together today. Thank you for your support, and if you'd like, visit me on Instagram at Lola's Mindset Reset. Share your experiences with manifestation and what you could take away from today's episode. And yeah, please take good care of yourself. Feel hugged, and hope to see you soon. Stay strong and move on. Lola.